This story here from Business Insider. The U.S. has the world's highest coronavirus death rate at more than 5%, a number that reflects the country's lack of testing. I'm going to say technically yes, but it hit a nursing home. So why do we have a disproportionate amount of people who are, who've died?
Because they're old.
Hit a nursing home full of old people. It's like my heart goes out to people who lost their lives.
True.
But they're the most susceptible, so...
It's
It's
not surprising.
But of course, this is the number one post on Reddit right now. And I do think we should be concerned, 5% mortality. And so one of the things they're bringing up is that there's a lack of testing. And this was actually Trump's point. It's weird because I'm seeing people in the comments say like they're blaming Trump for not doing a good enough job. And I'm like, but he said this yesterday and he got dragged for it.
Yeah.
He said that the number will actually go down once the CDC tests go out.
Right.
And we're working on it.
We actually test people.
Yeah, and they've also canceled South by Southwest, which for those that aren't familiar, I guess it started as a big music festival. I honestly don't know exactly. I know I've been there and it's stupid.
Now it's the supreme of music.
Oh, yeah, supreme. Oof.
I think I don't know.
No,
I've never been to South by Southwest. Wait, that's the one in Austin. I'm thinking of Coachella. I think Austin's still cool.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I've been to Austin. Austin is cool.
So... imagine a dude with black frame glasses wearing a button-up shirt tucked into his blue jeans with a brown leather belt, and he's doing this like really weird, awkward dance. That's South by Southwest. That's I'm not
Wait,
kidding.
how'd that dance go?
Nice. So I went there, and I was all excited, like, oh, cool, South by Southwest. I got invited to speak. Mm-hmm. No one does anything there.
No.
Like the panels are all empty. No one does anything.
What is it then?
It's a bunch of stodgy, nerdy corporate dudes getting drunk.
Oh, okay.
So if you're like a middle management,
so it basically is Coachella.
I've never been to Coachella.
I've never been to Coachella either, but I just hear that it's turned from a cool music thing into like this who's who of being able to go places.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And post their pictures of proof on Instagram.
It's the people who want to make the highlight real life.
Yeah.
Let's read.
Exactly.
Let's read about the coronavirus, and then we can rag on South by.
Yeah. Okay.
So the story from this is AOL.com. They say the U.S. has the world's highest death rate for the new coronavirus based on the ratio of confirmed deaths to reported cases. 5.4% of patients have died. That's far higher than the global rate of 3.4% that the World Health Organization reported on Tuesday, and even higher than mainland China's 3.7%. Okay, hold on. 3.7%, that's even higher.
Yeah.
Remember people were saying it was 2% in China?
Uh-huh.
Now it's 3.7%, it's nearly doubled.
That's
China's been reporting. Are they lying to us?
Well, and if they're lying, are they undercutting?
They're undercutting, of course.
Oh,
right.
3.7.
No, like... here's the challenge. If they want to keep things under wrap, they're going to say the amount of reported cases is way down.
Exactly.
So they might have hundreds of thousands and know it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like locked in their house now. There was a video that came out where it was someone in their window yelling at the officials who are walking around, but everyone's quarantined basically, like everyone.
Dang.
Yeah, I got a message from someone and they said to me, it was an interesting point. Isn't it strange how all of the leaked videos have stopped? What's really going on?
From China?
Yeah, from China.
Oh.
So I think it's way worse. And they're only claiming things are better because the market's going nuts. Did you see what that guy from CNBC said earlier?
No, what did he say?
He said it'd be better if everyone just got coronavirus so we can get over it.
Jeez.
Yep. And then you get 3.7% people dying. He had to apologize for it. He's like, oh, I didn't mean it. But he was saying that the market...
He meant it.
He did.
Yeah, he totally meant it.
But it was because the markets are going nuts.
And so down and up and down and up.
Yeah. It fell again today. And he was like, it'd be better for the global economy if everyone just got it.
There was actually a lady in the UK, one of the doctors who works with the NHS, and she was saying that it would be better if they got the coronavirus too and a bunch of people died because then they'd have beds open.
Wow.
I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That's what you should be saying.
Wow.
Is that utilitarianism?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
It's super practical above
Bring
all
back
else.
natural selection.
I guess so.
Is that what they're saying?
Pete's.
Wow, man.
Ooh.
I like the contrast, utilitarian versus deontological. We must protect all individuals because their life matters versus if the old people died, we'd have more beds for young people. That's what Bloomberg was saying, that if you're like 90 and you go to the hospital, it's like, well.
Okay, to be fair, a lot of those people that are getting up there, they choose not to be resuscitated. They
choice.
They sign DNRs and they choose not to have some of those elective surgeries.
Sure.
But yeah, they do have a choice. You're right. That's the key difference.
All right, let's read. So we don't have the highest in the world. I was wrong about this. I thought we did. That was incorrect on my part.
Oh,
I messed that up.
Well, didn't it say that? Oh no. Okay, yeah.
I thought it did, and I guess I got this wrong. It says only the Philippines has a higher coronavirus death rate than the U.S., and that's because it only had 3 cases. Okay. So I think I'm technically right and technically wrong for a lot of reasons, but I have to apologize for it anyway because I shouldn't have done that.
Oh, it only had 3 cases and 1 person died, so it's a 33%
Right.
death rate.
That's a ridiculous one.
So-
And the guy was from Wuhan, China.
Yeah.
So okay. They say it is highly unlikely that the coronavirus is more deadly in the U.S. Rather, the number is likely the result of limited testing in the U.S. Because widespread testing wasn't possible in the country in recent weeks, the CDC held stringent standards for who qualified for a test. Until Wednesday, the agency only tested people who had recent exposure to a confirmed patient, had traveled to a country with an outbreak, or required hospitalization. So the U.S. has not tested or diagnosed many patients with mild cases. There's a quote here. There's another whole cohort that is either asymptomatic or minimally symptomatic, Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, said in a February 6th briefing. We are going to see a diminution
Yeah.
diminution
There you go.
in the overall death rate. I'm too tired for this.
Yeah.
As
It's
of-
going to go down.
Diminution.
It's going to decrease.
As of Thursday, the U.S.'s national coronavirus count was 221. That total includes results from state-level coronavirus testing implemented more widely. The CDC had only confirmed 99 cases across the country as of Thursday at noon. If you calculate the death rate based on only those, the federally verified cases, it jumps to roughly 10%.
Yeah, but they're also saying that most people who have gotten it have mild to like almost nothing change.
Dude, I'll
they
tell you
don't
what,
even
man.
get like really bad flu symptoms. It's just kind of like, oh, I got a cough, and then it goes away, and
Right.
like, that's the extent of it.
So I try to keep politics to a minimum, but this is, you can't separate it, especially with the CDC response. Trump gave an interview where he said a lot of people will get it and they'll just get better, not realizing
That
they've
they
had the
even had
coronavirus.
it, right.
And he said some people even go to work without even realizing it, and they get better.
Right.
What did the media say? Trump encourages people to go to work with coronavirus.
Of course, I'm sure.
What is this, man?
Trump haters, they just want to
Make stuff up. Just make it up.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in.
There's
I
no-
mean,
Okay, but hold on.
There's always someone out there that hates on pretty much everything.
I now have probably the best update ever.
Oh, this is funny.
Demand for toilet paper at Mount Druitt Coles is so high today, there's a security guard stationed permanently in the toilet paper aisle to monitor the situation. Quote, "We're going through a pallet every 10 minutes or so," he said.
Wow, that's a lot of TP.
That's Australia, man. At first, I thought it was America.
One pallet every 10 minutes.
Pallet. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
That's nuts.
I can.
How, these people got big butts, you know what I mean?
I don't
When I-
ever want to hear the
but he-
word situation in correlation with toilet paper ever. That's just
When
not
I-
a good.
But that's where we are now, all right?
Don't like it.
When I first heard this, I thought it was America that was doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, can't be surprised. Americans, Americans eat a lot. Kind of gross. Kind of big people. And then I was like, wait, it's Australia? Yeah, Australia is tearing through toilet paper, but it's happening everywhere. So this story, I talked about it earlier. Home Depot, Kroger's, and Kohl's are limiting purchases to slow down panic buying over coronavirus. Toilet paper and face masks are flying off the shelves in a mad frenzy. I did not expect the toilet paper thing.
I didn't think about that either.
Yeah. But look at this picture. The toilet paper rack is just empty.
Barren.
I don't know where that is. I think it's the same photo from where this guard is. Oh, no, maybe not. Is it? No, it's not.
Hard to
They're
say.
not the same store. They're not. But I'll tell you what, man. You heard about what happened in Tennessee with the tornadoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying this earlier. I hope everyone's safe.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to those that got hurt. But as I pointed out in the last time we talked about this, I've been saying go to the store, pick up some gear,
Yeah.
because disasters happen. And I get all these people on Twitter smack talking, Tim's trying to tell people to go buy stuff. Could you imagine the people who are in Nashville who are like, I better go buy stuff over the coronavirus?
Yeah.
And now they have supplies. Roads might be closed. They're probably,
It's
yeah,
crazy. I drove through that exact spot a week before.
man.
I went right
Yeah,
through.
right.
It's like, glad I did it the week I did it.
It's crazy when,
Nuts.
well, it's like we talked about with Sandy. You go there one day, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And then at night, you're like, it's wiped out.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like how much your world can change in a split second. Like there was one video I saw where a guy it was a football match. I think it was maybe soccer. I can't remember.
Okay.
But some player got angry because a referee gave him a bad call. So he like started yelling, and then he banged his head on the goalpost, and then just went rigid and fell over, paralyzed himself from the neck down.
He headbutted the goalpost and got paralyzed.
He banged his head on it because he was angry,
Wow.
and then he immediately just went rigid and falls over. And like, man, imagine what that
And
guy's
for life. He's
for
paralyzed
life.
for life.
Yep.
Wow,
It-
never
it,
heard
like,
of that. That's nuts.
He banged his head, it split his neck or something, hit a nerve, and he fell over and couldn't move.
Dude, the adrenaline must have been rushing
He
through him.
banged his. He was like angry. The ref called it, and it's
Yeah.
like, was it worth ending your career?
No.
Like you'll
Obviously
live,
not.
man, but you've seriously
Well, you have no way of knowing. Like we all throw a little fit.
I
sometimes,
think
banging
right?
your head though.
If you slam your head against
Yeah,
a goalpost,
maybe you
something might
I mean,
happen.
You got to think about what's going to happen next.
But I'm not. It is a bit of a derailment. Start talking about that, but I just
Yeah.
bring it up because like one day you go to the store, they got all the TP in the world, and you're like, I'll get TP tomorrow,
Think
right?
about it.
And then a storm happens or a coronavirus happens. Now you can't wipe your butt.
And that would be a shame.
I'll tell you this though. I would much.
to have
I would.
that
I would.
TP.
I would much rather be in my bathroom
are we
and
talking
looking
about?
down at the roll and seeing it like nothing there but one little piece and going no, than being paralyzed. So
True.
I'll take the toilet paper rush on the stores.
Yeah.
But let's take a look over at South by Southwest, see what's going on with this. So they say the annual Tech Music and Film Festival will not proceed after all. And I say good riddance, good sir.
Harumph.
I think it is a fake event. I really do think it's fake.
Yeah.
I went there years ago. I got invited. I almost missed it because I overslept my flight. And then the people there were like, no, you got to come. Just go there and tell them you missed your flight and they'll rebook you on a later flight. And they did. So I made it. And I was all excited because I was on this panel about new journalism.
Okay.
It's actually where I met Brian Stelter from CNN.
Oh, okay.
And there was 10 people in the audience. And I felt bad. I was like, man, like, I guess our panel is just bad. And we're like, nobody's doing nothing and nobody want to show up. And it turns out, no, that's normal. In fact, we had one of the most
The biggest turnout.
the biggest turnout for a lot of these panels.
10 people.
I'm not kidding. It
Wow.
was like 10 people.
That doesn't surprise me.
But it's just fake.
That's not notoriety to like be seen at, in the audience at your panel. And that's what
But
people go to these places for.
No, I don't think so. I realized that when I saw the most people, it was just afterwards at the barbecue shop where they were buying drinks and bragging about Texas barbecue.
Yeah, exactly.
That was it. And so what I found was I went there because there were some tech people who, were like, oh, you're going to be there. We're going to meet with you and we're going to talk about tech and live streaming and mobile stuff. And I'm like, awesome. And what did they do? Standing in the street, drunk, dancing. And I was like, so we going to talk about...
When are we going to talk about
And
this?
they were like, dude, it's South by, man. You just got to do it. And I'm like,
No.
That's not what I'm here for.
I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah.
And I left. And I ended up doing some activist-y thing, like teaching people how to do live stream or something.
That's cool.
But I thought it was terrible. I've never wanted to go back. I think I got invited or asked to be. I've got asked to be a part of it a couple times since then, and I'm just like, you will never get me to
Like,
go to that
no
place.
thanks.
I got things to do, man. It felt literally like being put in purgatory. Like someone took me and said, we're going to waste your time now for the next several days. Sit down. And I
could
was like,
dude, did that not drive you crazy? I could see you
I
going
could see
nuts.
Oh, of
going
course.
insane. Oh my
Yeah, that
gosh.
is
I was
definitely not
going
your vibe.
like banging on walls. No, it was
man.
just boring. Okay, we should actually.
Austin's a pretty cool place though. Outside of this, I got a buddy who lives outside there.
I mean, maybe for music it's cool. Because I, the people I knew in Chicago playing music were always excited about wanting to go and like play a set at one of the venues during South by.
Oh, okay.
And it's just,
So maybe the music portion of it is still good. I
I
don't
think
know.
the music was always better, and they added everything else because they're like, oh, look at this big thing we got.
Let's
Just like add an more
afterthought.
things.
All right, well
Film and tech.
let's actually read about the coronavirus shutting them down.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they tweeted it. I'll just read what their statement is. They said, here's an update on. Please read our full statement here. I'm not going to read The Verge. We'll just read what they actually said, assuming it loads properly. The city of Austin. Oh, whoa! Austin canceled it. Is it run by Austin? Has canceled the
Guess
March
so.
dates for South by Southwest and South by Southwest EDU. South by Southwest will faithfully follow the city's directions. Yeah, wow, the city shut it down.
Nice.
We are devastated to share this news with you. The show must go on is in our DNA, and this is the first time in 34 years the March event will not take place. We are now working through the ramifications of this unprecedented situation, and the loss of probably like tens of millions of dollars.
Man, the city of Austin, for
As-
them to do that, jeez.
As recently as Wednesday, Austin Public Health stated, quote, "There's no evidence that closing South by Southwest or any other gatherings will make the community safer. However, the situation evolved rapidly, and we honor and respect the city of Austin's decision. We are committed to do our part to help protect staff, attendees, and fellow Austinites. We are exploring options to reschedule the event and are working to provide a virtual South by Southwest online experience as soon as possible for 2020 participants, starting with South by Southwest EDU. For our registrants, clients, and participants, we'll be in touch as soon as possible and we'll publish an FAQ. We understand the gravity of the situation for all of the creatives who utilize South by Southwest to accelerate their careers. Is that what you call it? For their global businesses and for Austin and the hundreds of small businesses, venues, theaters, vendors, production companies, service industry staff, and other partners that rely so heavily on the increased business that South by Southwest attracts. We'll continue to work hard to bring you the unique events you love. Though it's true that our March 2020 event will no longer take place in the way that we intended, we continue to strive toward our purpose, helping creative people achieve their goals.
Man, that is rough.
That's crazy, man.
There's so many people that are out of work now, probably.
Money.
That are just
tickets.
They're probably screwed because they rely on these jobs every year.
Oh,
and
yeah,
because
dude.
they're not working those festivals.
There's probably
oh man,
PAs,
I'm sure
freelancers.
so many people are screwed because of this, and that sucks.
And right now,
I feel bad for you.
Right now,
whoever you
right
are.
now, little Timmy, the bass player in the Rockstar, the upcoming Rockstar band, just got word in a telegram. I'm sorry, but your performance has been canceled. And he limps over in his little crutch and he says, please, South by Southwest, just one event. No, coronavirus. So now you have...
well, they said the March dates. Does that mean...
yeah, that's now. It's March.
Well, does that mean there's an April dates?
I mean, no. I can't imagine they could pick this up. Because
and they're trying to do some online thing, so they're not giving people their money back.
That's the game.
It's
man.
like, sorry,
we
had to cancel. We're keeping all the money. We'll do an online thing.
What's an online thing?
I don't know. What's the online thing?
The musicians are gonna like go in their basement and play an acoustic set with a microphone on Skype.
Yeah, Skype for the fans.
They're gonna get the speakers to go on a multi-Skype thing, like a 4-way Skype, to talk about their ideas.
At least they're safe from the coronavirus, Tim.
An online experience. What if? I mean, look, they're canceling tons of conferences. Google, I would canceled. Yeah. Facebook. What is it? All these tech companies in Seattle, like Facebook and Amazon, were like everyone work from home from now on.
Yeah.
Twitter. Mm-hmm. What if this? You ever see the movie Surrogates?
I don't think so.
It's the one with Bruce Willis. Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
It's where everyone has like a robot that walks around for them, and they
great.
stay at home all day, and they go inside this like, I don't know, it's a little bed of some sort. And they put on like glasses or something, and then it transfers, like they go into their avatar or their surrogate. Sorry, their surrogate, not their avatar. But it's a different movie.
It's a robot, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's
a robot.
Funny you mentioned Avatar. It's basically
it's like similar.
The same thing, yeah.
But so no one ever leaves their houses, and they walk around looking perfect because they're like robot versions of themselves. And then you see like Bruce Willis looks all like he looks fantastic, wearing a suit, and like he's got his hair parted or like slicked to the side. And then when they go to his house and you see him, he's got like a scraggly old beard, and he's like out of shape, and just looking miserable and awful because everyone's just replaced themselves with surrogates. I like the movie. It's a pretty cool movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, Ving Rhames in it. I don't want to give too much away if you didn't see it, but it's fun. Check it out.
When's it from?
A while ago.
Okay, it's probably fine.
But it's cool idea. And there's one part where like the plot of the movie is that I think it starts with this. Some dude, like a dude avatar and a chick avatar. I keep saying avatar. Surrogate. Are like making out in an alley, and then someone fires a weapon that kills them somehow, even though they're in their avatars.
Yeah.
And then when they go to the house of the hot woman, it's this morbidly obese, massive dude. Yeah.
Of course.
It's like the internet came to life and
like
walked
Gamer.
around.
Gamer.
Yeah.
The
Right.
game.
Yeah. Similar
that
ideas.
Movie, yeah.
I'm just thinking about all this. Like we're locking ourselves down. We're working from home. We're barricading our doors.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really going to stop look, man, your immune system gets stronger. These things are a part of life, and we can't catch all of them.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't want to advocate for spreading it. No, I think I understand why we're doing this. I think it's a good idea. I'm just wondering if it can be stopped. There will come a time. Maybe this is it. Maybe we can't stop it. We've already seen like CDC experts saying cat's out of the bag. So if that's the case, what happens? Is locking ourselves inside a waste of time? Is canceling South by a waste of time?
I don't think it's a waste of time. No.
I don't think what the CNBC guy said made sense. Everyone should just get it. No. People should wash their hands anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you could take precautions, but places where people are coming from all over the country, maybe different countries, to go to South by Southwest, that might
that's
that
probably
makes
a
sense.
good idea to shut it down.
Yeah, they're not just people in Texas. Like, oh, go into our festival. It's like everyone goes from all over the place. So
yeah, if you can prevent it, you should, since we can't treat it, right?
not only
Makes
that,
sense
they're
to me.
probably traling through the airports.
Definitely.
You know,
yeah.
so it's like they're
Yeah,
good.
dude.
All the people are going through the airport, boom, into Austin. It's like,
Man.
okay.
So I get it.
It does make
Makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah, for
Think
sure.
about this though. How many people never wash their hands? All of a sudden are washing their hands for like the first time in a long time.
It's
That's good.
wonderful.
That's great.
It's like people don't wash their hands at all, man.
I know they don't.
What's
You
wrong
should
with
do that.
people?
I don't know.
How many times have you gone to like a public restroom and you see the guy just like walk out or the lady just walk out?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Stop.
that's
I'm
you.
watching you.
I
I'm
always
watching you. I'm not going to touch what you
whenever
touch.
whenever I dry my hands with the towel, I always like I hate it when there's no towel with the air dryer things. I
Just
grab
shake.
It.
Give it a-
Well, I grab it, and then I
Pants.
keep it. Open the door with it. I hate the pull open because you know those people have to grab that handle and they didn't wash their hands.
but listen, man, listen.
And they're grabbing it.
You know what?
No.
I like to keep my immune system strong.
Oh, okay.
So I lick doorknobs.
you lick
Oh
the
my
doorknob.
gosh.
Kidding.
Of course you do.
But people are going to take that clip out of context anyway. That's a joke. Welcome to comedy.
All right.
No, so I had a friend who told me that. Like, he was eating food and he dropped it. And, like, you know, people say 5-second rule. He picked it up and he's like, meh, keep my immune system on its toes. He ate it and I was like, can't argue with that.
All right.
Let me know when you. There was there's a crazy story I read about this. Don't like take your immune system stuff seriously. There was a dude who ate a worm on a challenge. I think it was a worm, and he got a parasite that killed him.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
like they found an earthworm, like, duh, eat it. And he was like, yeah, and he ate it, and then he was in the
my
hospital,
gosh.
like paralyzed.
Oh gosh.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.